What's up, traders? Andrew O'Connell here with Pristine Capital. Welcome to your market recap video. It's August 19th of 2022. I want to begin this video by just saying thank you so much for watching all of these recap videos. To everyone in the Pristine Capital trading community, thank you so much for believing in the vision and believing in the process. You guys are awesome. Now, this video is a little bit different because the market is not even closed yet. I do not have a slide deck for you, but we're going to take a look at the markets and what they are doing. I'm actually going to Long Island. My niece actually has like a horse race that she's participating in. So I want to make sure that I can go there and see her. But yeah, today is definitely a day where, honestly, I'm just feeling pretty blessed. If you've been watching these videos, you know we've had a negative market view, not for the last 6 months, but literally we rode the entire rally in this market up to the upside, and then we flipped bearish after one of our risk models flipped about 3 trading days ago, and I got pretty aggressively short the market, and here we are with a nice down tape. My trend model actually flipped from a +1 to a -1 today, and the S&P 500 is down about 1.31%. Again, we are still trading. We're below the 5-day EMA, we're below the 10-day EMA, and this really was catalyzed by a German PPI print overnight. Now, this PPI print, it was expected to come in at about plus 0.6% month over month. It came in at plus 5.3%. That is a huge beat on the inflation number. And like we've been talking about, this market has been priced for perfection. Volatility got super cheap, and the market really just got to a complacent state. And that is when the market is ripe for a disruption. So that inflation print coming out hot, I believe, catalyzed a pretty big move in the market. NASDAQ down 1.89%, approaching that 20-day simple moving average. The Russell 2000, which has been hit the hardest over the past couple days, is down 2.24%. And right now I have shorts on in the Russell, S&P 500, as well as the NASDAQ, as well as a few other areas of the market. And take a look. Here's the kicker for today. So the dollar index is trading higher. Look at this. I call it the dollar wrecking ball. Dollar index being higher, this means that financial conditions are tightening. And this is especially a big problem for some of these international European nations where their currency is getting weak against the dollar, and they also have to contend with inflation. So it's not good seeing the dollar this elevated. Treasuries sold off right from the open. So we knew that if treasuries could not really find their footing, which they're not really, I mean, they're breaking down below this monthly point of control, we knew it was going to be pretty tough sledding for equities. And the only long exposure that we have on, and we shared this with our clients, we also shared it, Jason from TrendSpider had me on their show, their program, and it was on the same day I put this position on with Pristine Capital members. So we shared it with their group as well, and some of those guys took this trade with us. But Occidental Petroleum is our only long that we have on the books. To be honest, I would imagine most people, if they heard that I was like short the entire market, like up to my eyeballs, and only long Occidental Petroleum, I think most people would be like, that guy's lying. There's no way. To be honest, it feels like I'm lying myself a little bit. It feels very surreal. Oxy is up 8.78%, and we found out that Papa Buffett, it could potentially be taking a 50% stake in the company. And as we've been doing our research and our daily work, and it's not just me that's doing this daily work, there's a bunch of members of the Pristine Capital trading community that they are also doing the same thing. You guys are making me better and making me sharper. And we have been watching these energy names, and I see a lot of people that they're like, oh, I like this other energy name. I like this one. I like Exxon. And they're overlooking Oxy. And it's like, if you know that, like Warren Buffett, he's like the Michael Jordan of investing. If you know the Michael Jordan of investing is in one of these names, for me, that was reason enough to be like, hey, if I got to pick one of these, I'll use this as my horse, because I think Warren Buffett might know a thing or two about investing. We noticed every time it was going into the 50s, he was buying it. And then this news came, which really just catalyzed a nice move higher in the stock. Shout out to Yarrow in the group. Yarrow traded this today and got pretty much like a perfect entry here. So that was really good, man. Good stuff. And let's take a look. So that is OXY. That's my one long position. And then in terms of the market, today is options expiration. I'm still short the market. Maybe we get a bounce next week. Who knows? But I really just think that if market participants couldn't hold this thing up into OPEX, I just don't think we're going to have much of an easier time after OPEX. And the reason being, there's plenty of reasons that we've outlined, over the past, week or two. But one being this dealer gamma is going to flip negative. Check this out. So we have our dealer gamma right here. Squeeze Metrics puts this out every single day. It declined yesterday to a reading of about 4.3 billion. Now, about 30% of the S&P 500 dealer gamma and 30% of the NASDAQ dealer gamma was going to roll off anyway. But because the market is sliding to lower levels, we're likely to see that roll off. But then we're likely to see it go even lower just due to this negative market action. So before we know it, I'd imagine we're going to be pretty close to the zero dealer gamma level. And from there, that's when you can get even more volatility. And we know that there's just been this real, bout of complacency in the market. Everyone thought the Fed pivoted and everything was all good. And it just turned into a big momentum trade. And I think we're starting to see that momentum trade wind down a bit. So definitely levels to watch. The 20-day simple moving average. That's a very logical place for the market to retest into next week. But here's the beauty. So now we can look at the market objectively over the weekend. And I'm going to be doing my full weekend market analysis video where we take a top-down look at the market. Also going to be doing our weekend watch list video. So we can see when the market is closed, when there's no emotions running high. We can see which stocks are holding up the best, which are showing relative strength. And we as a group are going to be honing in on those names. And what's great is in our group, there's other guys that they'll be pointing out names like this one's holding up very well. This one has nice momentum and it's really making me better as well. So I'm just looking forward to working with everyone this weekend and really just getting a game plan together. With that being said, that about does it for this market recap video. Thank you so much for watching these videos again. And also want to just point out right now I'm having this is the best win streak of my career that I think I've ever had. We're on a 19 trade win streak. I was counting the other night. But here's the thing. The devil always comes for you after your best trade. And I'm very cognizant of that. That a lot of times I'll have my worst sequences after my best sequences. So yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm maintaining just a clear head. My historical win rate is getting skewed upward just by this win streak. But I want to make sure that, I just don't get out of line, too out of control, anything like that. And I just stay pretty emotionally even keel. Because it's not always going to be like this where every trade's a winner and, we're short when the whole market's going down and we're long the one name that goes up. It's not always going to be like that. But that is, something I'm super proud of for the moment. Good stuff, whatever. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. Really appreciate you. And we will see you all next time.